I woke up the next morning early to witness a beautiful sunrise from the picture windows of my hotel room. And my first fun encounter today was with this super cute puppy with a very funny looking underbite. But unfortunately I had to go back to the visitor center once again to catch the tourist bus, which was the only way to access the upper road to see the higher view of the valley. But it was kind of fun walking through the more touristy area and seeing the various theme park displays. The Disneyland section of the park. All sorts of crazy tourist stuff going on here. And once again, since I'm in China, I'm the only non-Asian person I've seen in about a week now. I have not seen a single other white or otherwise non-Asian person here the entire time. It's kind of crazy. I finally found the bus and jumped on, but I wasn't really sure what I was getting into. We're bus here at Wanfenglin Scenic Area. Got on this thing earlier. Apparently, once you get on it, you're stuck the entire time. But it's not too bad. Be all like, I'm gonna be on this thing for the rest of the day, whether I want to or not. But at least it's pretty. After a very long bus ride through the floor of the valley, we finally made it up to the more scenic upper sightseeing roads. Exploring on the scenic bus here at Wanfenglin. You can see behind me, kind of up on low viewpoint. It's really nice. Structure behind me. And amazing view here. The view goes on forever. It's the 10,000 karst peaks of Wanfenglin. Kind of like Disneyland down on the ground, but up here it's pretty nice. From the upper road, it was really easy to get a great overview of the valley and see the karst peaks stretching off into the distance, with the patchwork valley and the little villages nestled below. Occasionally we would see some really cool themed restaurants or coffee shops that line the river that runs through the valley. And seeing the valley from such a high vantage point allowed us to really appreciate the pattern of the crops, which sometimes took on some really interesting geometric shapes. I had previously seen some photos that showed some really interesting designs like Chinese pictograms that were created with blooming flowers during the spring season. But unfortunately, since it was pretty late in the fall, most of the crops had either already been harvested or replanted, which resulted in more basic brown and green hues. At the end of the sightseeing road, the bus stopped at what looked like a temple, but maybe was a museum also. Little temple space in the Wanfenglin Scenic Area. A little holy water, pretty holy. A bunch of these red ribbons everywhere. Those are for prayers or wishes or something. It seemed like the biggest attraction for the Chinese tourists was the magical, mystical wishing well, complete with fog machine, of course, and a fully automated palm reading wishing machine, which I seem to get a real kick out of. Make-a-wish machine. I couldn't tell if this guy was feeling the force of his chi or just getting electrocuted, but he seemed to like the result. Feeling the force. What will your future be? Some freaky little mass here. I don't know if this is a temple or museum. It looks like a museum. But I have some cool little Chinese masks. See like some of the things they used to make the fabric, or examples of some of the little fabrics and patterns. These are batik. It's pretty cool. The designs on that one. Intricate. It's a cool model. Showing off the styles. This lady. Super fancy. Probably very Chinese, but very cool. Yes. Elaborate dresses. A lot going on there. Imagine wearing that to your wedding or whatever. Coming out of the museum slash temple slash gift shop. Found this really awesome sign. It's like the second funny sign I've seen on this whole tour. So I think I need to start watching these signs a little bit more because they're pretty hilarious. Stopped at this one little spot and they had this rice ball thing, so I'm gonna try it out. It's kind of weird. It's like they just took some stretchy rice flour, molded and some powder. Very chewy. Super chewy. Chew on some raw dough. Peanut flavor in there, slightly sweet. Bad. Not sure if it's very good though. Consistency is really weird. It's super chewy. Anyway, random snacks. After my tasty little rice snack, the tour ended at the scenic viewpoint outside of the temple slash museum, which was a ribbon-lined walkway that overlooked the entire valley and had some of the best views of the day. I finally got off the tour bus after being stuck on it for nearly the entire day, and I decided to stretch my legs and have a little walk across the river to the restaurant that had the cool water wheel feature. Overall, it was a pretty fun day, even though I was stuck on the bus, and the view from the top of the valley was really amazing. After spending my day exploring, I decided to come back to the super touristy area. Check it out at night. I'm gonna try to see if I can find some good food in here. Unfortunately, one of the hard things for me about being in China is that I really don't like Chinese food. Or I guess you could say I like Chinese food for about like a week. And after that, I'm really tired of the flavors and the spiciness and the oiliness most of all. So we're gonna see if I can find something a little bit better in here. Fortunately, I happened to find a Korean restaurant that had a really great bibimbap bowl that apparently was made with some really fresh chicken. But the highlight of the night was watching this super cute Chinese girl talking to this butterfly at my table. And then after dinner, I caught a questionably entertaining show with some fun local outfits, but not such great music. But it was fun to see some of the locals dressed up in their traditional costumes, especially the cute kids learning how to play their musical instruments. And this little skater dude who was totally shredding. But the best costume award goes to this adorable dog in her pink jogging suit. What is that? It's a tree monster. Hey, decided to end my night in the enchanted forest of sparkly lights and random awesome decorations here in China. That tree. Let's go check that out. Although it was pretty chilly after the show ended, I had a good time walking back and checking out the elaborate light decorations. Not a bad way to end another fun day in China.